Hello, this is Anne, and in this video I'm going to show you how to open a PayPal account. Now, PayPal is becoming very popular for online purchases. It has the great advantage that it's safe, and it means that you don't have to expose your credit card details when you buy something on the web. It is used by eBay as the preferred payment arrangement. So it's worth having a PayPal account. It's also a way in which you can, if you want to, donate to silversurfers.com and help support the site. Now, I'm in Google, just a normal Google page, and the first thing I have to do is go to the PayPal site. So I'm going to go to www.paypal.com.au, and I can either hit the enter key or press this little arrow here and it will take me to the site. Here we are. Now I'm going to show you how to start a new account. So it gives me the opportunity to sign up here. So I click that just once and it takes me to a place where I can create my PayPal account. Now it knows I'm in Australia, so I don't have to worry about any of all these other things on the list. It knows I'm in Australia, and there's the little Australian flag. Now it gives us 3 different types of account to choose from. I recommend that you simply get a personal account. It's going to do you for most purposes. Unless you're going to start selling on eBay or online in some other way, and in which case, if you get more than $500 a month, PayPal is going to insist that you take a Premier or a business account, and when you have one of those accounts, they start taking a percentage of everything you receive. So I don't think that's relevant to most people. I think what we want to do is take a personal account for individuals, and we'll click on Get Started. So it'll take me to this form, and it's a form online. Now I've got a little robot here, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to tell you about that in another email further down the track. So I'll just close that for now. And I'm going to start filling this form in online. So the first thing it wants is an email address. So I shall type in admin@silversurfersaustralia.com, which is my email address for Silver Surfers. I recommend that you have an email address that you are happy to have published. What I mean by that is let people have that email address, because that is the address that people will use if they are going to send you any money. Good luck. But it's sometimes important to preserve your privacy, so you might want to start a separate Hotmail or separate Gmail address for PayPal purposes only. That's up to you. Now, we also need to choose a password, and I'm going to type in a password. It wants 8 characters minimum, and I do recommend that you choose a password that has both alphabetical and number characters in it, just to make it a bit harder to crack. And also, your password should never be too similar to your own name or to your birthday or anything obvious like that. Now, as you see, it comes out and not the numbers or the characters you typed, but the little dots, and that's to cloak it. And because if you're in an internet cafe or something like that and you're typing a password, you don't really want people looking over your shoulder. Now, it wants you to re-enter the password, and what that means is that they're going to check that the two entries match, just so they're sure that they've got it right. Now, it's very tempting to do a copy and paste, to just select that and do a copy or perhaps a Control-C and then paste. And I really wouldn't recommend that you do that, for the reason that if you have made a mistake in this and you have no feedback and you then copy it into the second field, it'll match all right, but you might not know what you've typed. So it's better to just enter it again painstakingly, and if it doesn't match, they will tell you. Now, we need to fill in a name. I'm not going to bother with my middle name, I'll just put the initial, and I'll type my surname in there. They ask for the date of birth, and I tend not to give my real date of birth on many websites which ask for it. Mostly they just want you to guarantee that you're over 18 or something like that. But I just think that if they've got your name and your address and your date of birth, they know altogether too much about you. So sometimes I fudge my date of birth, but for PayPal, it's more like a bank. So I would give them my real date of birth. I'm not going to fill all this in. Obviously, you've got 2 address lines, so if you have a normal house address, you just put your normal street address in there and leave that line blank, which is optional. But if you have an apartment or a unit or a suite or something like that, you might want to, or a house name, you might want to put that in there. They won't accept post office boxes. It must be a street residential address. So your address, suburb, state or territory, which is a pull down, and you just choose that, your postcode, and they do want a valid phone number. And again, I don't normally put a phone number in, but a phone number for PayPal is appropriate, because if they need to contact you, it's much quicker to do it by phone. You don't have to choose this I agree to receive marketing emails from PayPal. I don't check those, but I do think it's worth reading the user agreement and product disclosure statement, which you can read here and scroll. It's just like the banks, it's all this fine print, or you can click that for a version you can print. I also think it's worth reading the privacy policy, which I might have to click to bring down, and that's also fairly daunting, and you can also print that. But having done that, all you have to do is click I agree, create my account. Now, I haven't filled out the form, and I don't want another PayPal account, so I'm not going to do that. But when you have done that, it takes you to a welcome screen, and it will send you an email reminding you of your login details, your username and password, and it will tell you what to do next. So what I'm going to do now is stop this video, let you create your account, and then I'm going to make another video which will show you what to do when you want to make a payment to someone using PayPal.